Windows 11 is way easier than 10, at least in my last two experiences of installing Windows. My main machine, main Windows machine, games machine, I installed Windows probably back in 2017, something like that. It's been a long time. It was Windows 10. It's moved drives, it's moved motherboards, it's gone to Windows 11. It's been around and has been working quite well. Getting a bit glitchy at the moment. It doesn't want to go to sleep at the moment, and it's about time for a reinstall fresh, which is going to be a pain to get everything going again. A lot of the stuff's backed up. I'm going to keep the drive. I'm going to put a brand new drive in. I'll keep that drive with everything on it, but a lot of the stuff's already been backed up as well. So don't know if this will all get filmed or just bits and pieces, but we're going to give it a go, and yeah, it could be a disaster. But I've still got my Linux machine going, so I'll be good. I just might not be gaming for a while, but unfortunately at the moment it's got a lot of my 3D printing stuff on there, which I haven't done much of lately, so that could be a problem, but we'll work it out. So I already see a problem is that I was going to unplug all the drives while I reinstall Windows, but to get to the cables on this end would require I pull the video card out. So whether we pull them out, yeah, maybe we'll pull them out of the other side instead. Yep. So the plan is to remove all the drives so we don't accidentally wipe something, and then plug them back in, possibly one by one, if I can work out what order they're in. I don't know which one's which, so. And Ricky wants to go outside because he heard a door and now he wants to go outside. Now we'll see if we can get in here and get around my belly, which will be interesting, and get this drive out. Try not to drop this screw down here. And after all that, I had to pull the card out anyway, because they're a mongrel to get in and out. But I did get the drive out. As you can see, this one's got a heatsink on it. I didn't do a video on that, which I should have. It was a very interesting little test, that actually, because it was getting, the controller was getting really hot, like up around 80 degrees, so I put the cooler on there, which did keep the dog's doing something, which did keep the controller temperature down quite well, but it did sort of bring up the average temperature to the rest of the chip a bit, but in general it was better. You didn't have the spikes of temperature. I don't know if I'll put it on this new one, at least not straight away, because I don't want to damage this one getting this one apart. So I'll leave this for the moment, keep it safe, and we'll put the other one on in its virgin state. And it looks like that. It's another Samsung. There wasn't a huge difference in price. There was some cheaper ones, but I just said heck with it, paid the extra couple of dollars and got the Samsung. As I have had a good run with them on the C drive, because this is my main gaming machine. I thought I'll just get the Samsung and be done with it. Our little screw, see if we can get this in without dropping it. So yeah, that was a bit trickier than it should have been. Little screw did not want to go in that hole. So I'm not fussed on the mounting mechanisms of these older ones, but I know that a lot of the new ones have the little turny clip thing, which is such a much better idea. So it'd be good when all the motherboards come with the clips rather than these tiny little screws. Okay, so we'll get our video card back in there. That's back together as much as it's going to be for the moment. I'll do a bit of a test run up and probably install Windows and then worry about plugging all the drives back in. I put these cables back on. I hope they're in the right direction. One, it really doesn't matter, but one No, it probably doesn't matter. But I had them numbered 1 and 2 for some reason. It was where because it's got 2 sides to the power supply, and I can't remember why I did it that way. So I put them back the same. I can't remember what was the story behind that, so I left it the way it was. Switch it on and get the BIOS, I guess, if we can. See what we got. System status. We have no drives. Just one drive. Just the one M.2 drive. Got my thumb drive, it's Windows 11. This was already Windows 11 and Windows 11 is going back on there again. Hopefully it'll boot from there. Let's just check our boot. Boot. Option, USB, hard drive, CD, USB key. Making funny buzzy sounds. Skip. Okay, kicking it up. At least we still got a screen. Video card's still working. Oh, we are going to the booty disk. I did end up taking the heatsink off because I wanted to put the drive safely away. It came off super easy, barely an inconvenience. Double check. This is the right one in here, is it? 970 500 gig, that's the one that came out of there. Okay, English, United States. No man, I'll have to change that. It only gives me United States English. How am I going to understand it getting into this? Time and currency, see if we can get Australia there, mate. English, Zimbabwe. New Zealand, close enough. This should be an easy install anyway of Windows, because it's all my stuff and I can put my own details in. Because I do have a Microsoft account. Keyboard layout, input method, yes. Next, repair your computer. Good luck. I'm just going to have a look. No, that's not a good option. And I can't go back from here. Command prompt. Can we see any? Nope. That was a mistake. Mistakes were made. I was curious. Try again. I just wanted to see what options were available. Oh, you know what I should have done is got a faster drive. I have a super slow flash drive in here. Okay, time and currency. We go back up to Australia again. Oops. Not Austria. Everything else is US. English. 980. Australia, mate. Install now. This will take a while. I don't know how I'll go with this. Activate Windows. I do not have a product key. I only got home on this one. I haven't updated to Pro yet. There's Pro on another machine over there. Accept the terms. There is no files to keep. Upgrade. The upgrade option's not available. And that's going to make me start again, isn't it? Nope. Install Windows only. So, I have a big empty drive. The last time I installed Windows, I had a bunch of partitions to delete, but this one, it's all empty, and I'm just going to let Windows do its own thing. I hate to think what it'll do, but who cares. So that will take a while, and it'll reboot a lot, and we will get old and tired. This should go a lot quicker than the last one I did, which was on a super slow laptop. I'm hoping this is a faster machine. Unfortunately, I'm using a really slow drive. I was silly there. I should have used one of my faster drives. Still. That was a 1 terabyte I put in. It's funny, when I was looking around the house the other day, I found this 250 gigabytes, which can't be too old a drive actually. We have a date on it. It has a date code. 07303. 07303. The date code. I don't know what that means. 2013 sounds better than 2003 or 2007. It's got a number on the back here, 1327, which could be a date. 250 gigabytes, I would think it would have to be in the fairly recent. It's not that small a drive. I'm not even sure this is dead. I assume this was a dead drive, but now I'm not that sure. It could be a dead drive. I don't know how I'd find out. I could try it, I guess. Yeah, interesting actually. I don't remember, but like I say, the first drives I ever had were half-height 5-inch drives, and they that would have been a fair while ago. Oh, we booted again already? Wow, we are flying along. I wonder if that means I can pull my thingy out. I may have to. Maybe. So there we go. Just a moment. So you remember the last one I did just a moment for quite a long time, for about 20 minutes or half an hour or something. Hopefully this one will go a lot quicker. Australia, this is going quicker. On a decent computer, Windows is not too bad to install. Is this the right keyboard? I think so. Do you want to... No, I don't need a second keyboard. Checking for updates. I don't know why it checks for updates now, because it will... what do you mean checking for updates? Hasn't even got the internet. Oh no, it's on the... No, okay, you might be able to update straight away. So this is a little bit different. Normally I would have to type in I was waiting to type in the Wi-Fi password, but of course this one is directly connected to the network, so it will just do its own thing, I dare say. That'll make it very quick. Good things are coming your way. PC will continue, will restart before you continue. Should I pull this out? I'm assuming this comes out. Oh dear. Should go pretty quick actually. Yeah, the laptop I did the other day was just a nightmare and it took me all day. I'm hoping this will go pretty good. What's my name? Use name to sign into your device. Okay. AMOS. I wonder what's the full name. That will do. password. Security questions. This is new. Every time I install Windows, it's different. I did not have to do this before. What are you talking about? What security question? You are kidding me, right? I don't remember doing this. Maybe I did. First pet's name? How the hell would I know my first pet's name? This is problematic. Okay, bunch of blah blah blah. I'm just going to leave that for now. And regret it, no doubt. Someone's coughing. Last time I did this, it wanted my Microsoft login straight away, so I don't know why it's different every time. Gonna need to change my battery soon. And that came up super quick. I don't even know how long that took. It took no time at all. I think I filmed the entire thing, so wow. And it's already up to here. Amazing. I want taskbar behaviors, taskbar alignment. I'm a lefty. Lots of customization to do. Wants me to use Microsoft Edge, I'm surprised. Lots of display settings to do, lots and lots of things to do. It does not have my login. I don't know why it didn't go straight to my login. I don't. So that's interesting. Last time I did this, it had to have an account, and this time it said no, it's good. So that was that is really interesting. Like I say, last time I did that, it demanded I did a, which was actually surprised me, because I'm sure the last time I did it on this computer, it didn't ever ask me for it. It was quite happy with the local login. So it was very interesting that this time it did the same again. It's funny that last time it demanded I have an account, and I just made up an account for them. So that is interesting. So that was very, very quick. I think I'll make a local, I think I'll put my login then, and I'll start plugging in drives and see if all our other drives, then I can start copying things back on, installing things. It's going to be something I'll be doing over quite a bit over the week. Like I say, my main work machine at the moment is the Linux machine, so it's no big deal. I haven't been playing many games. This is mostly a games machine. It does other things too sometimes, but primarily a game machine. So that was a very quick install. So I'll try signing in with a Microsoft account instead. And I've changed my Microsoft account now I think about it. I've got to remember my new one. And there was no Cortana. Oh, there wouldn't be a mic. That's true. There's no mic plugged into this one at the moment, so. Now it wants a pin. Verify my ability to sync passwords across devices. Where's my phone? So many verification methods and hoops you got to jump through these days, isn't there? Okay, and that's about all there is to it. Plug some drives in, I guess. That was way quicker than I was expecting, and totally different than I was expecting. Much less, that almost gave me no trouble at all and did not make me jump through any hoops. I don't quite understand why this did not make me jump. Oh, okay. I must admit the last time I was Windows 10, so yeah, that was Windows 11. Windows 11 is way easier than 10. At least in my last two experiences of installing Windows. So, and it didn't even force me the way Windows 10 did, so to put in a password. So I'm saying Windows 11 is better in this case for doing this, because that was way easier. That's true. I did Windows 10 last time and that was bloody easy. So there you go. Install Windows 11, be done with it. Switch it on again, we've got all our drives plugged in, hopefully that all works. And that'll be about all of this video, because that was super quick. I don't even know when I started, but that was unbelievably quick. But you know, high speed, I got a good internet connection, and I suppose it downloaded over the wired connection, so there wasn't any Wi-Fi to put in. Didn't want my password, which was very interesting. It was quite happy there to just do a local account straight off the bat, which I thought was very interesting. It didn't want me to activate after that, obviously. It's activated now because I put my account name in, but it let me go in. Let me go in without a product code, without a login. And I thought Microsoft, I've heard that Microsoft's getting worse for this, but that did it without anything. So don't know, maybe it's because it recognised the computer details, but it didn't log me in, but it was a recognised computer, so interesting. And we're in. Well, our drives are in. They're in a different order slightly. I did that deliberately. I put D and E in the same order. I swapped these two. This one that's really full is my Steam drive. Yeah, this is the drive I just put in, which is the 1 terabyte NVMe. These are 2 terabyte Seagate drives. This is a 4 terabyte Seagate drive, and this here is a SATA SSD, 1 terabyte that I use for Steam games. So essentially I put most of my files on D and E with a backup onto the 4 gig. So I've got backups there on board in case something gets deleted when I'm copying back and forth. And so I've got multiple copies there, and then plus onto the NAS. We are going to put a mirrored NAS at my daughter's place. Hasn't got there yet. This was supposed to be for her place, but we ran out of money, so just got the one here at the moment, but we're going to eventually sync up a couple of them, so try and minimise the possibility of losses. That's just got about 10 terabytes storage, which is heaps. Only using about 1 at the moment, just in important files. It will take up more than that eventually, but just want to make sure we've got photos and stuff stored away pretty safely. And that's it. Now I've got the long, hard chore of setting everything up again, Steam, and I don't even know. There's so many programs that I haven't used in a long time that I wanted to get set up and sort out beforehand, but I've got to re-download them, and there's some license issues with some of them, like Fusion 360, and it's just a nightmare. So, but it's nice and clean for the moment. Hopefully now it will go to sleep when I tell it, because it got to where it wasn't going to sleep. Otherwise I would have just kept using it the way it was. Has been getting a little bit glitchy the last few weeks since I went to Windows 11, but it did go pretty good for a start. We're still running fine, but just the last couple of weeks really starting to go off a bit. But as I say, this computer's had a pretty rough time changing over the years. I keep changing things just to see how bad it would get, and it's actually done very well considering it was originally stored on a different drive, a different motherboard, different Windows, and a long time ago, so that's done really well. And now it's fresh. and I probably won't reinstall it for quite a while. And really one of the main reasons I did want to upgrade it, and this was an opportunity to do it, was I only had a 500 gig C drive. Wanted to go to a terabyte, which I think is fine for now. And that was it. That was super quick. I'll just probably edit this down to like a 10-minute video at this rate. Oh well, done. Subscribing and liking means more fluff.